Welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA alongside 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple of guys that love the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick?
Yes, sir.
USA! 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 How about that hockey game?
How good was it?
How good was it?
I went and bought a USA hockey T-shirt.
You bought a hockey T-shirt?
The same. I didn't have it on. I forgot to put it on today.
Well,
I'll have it on next week.
I was hoping that we could have locked up some jerseys by now, but I haven't been able to get one for us. I am working on it.
I'll tell you, you know what you could get? It's
Yes,
probably
sir.
nice and cheap. You could probably get some Canadian T-shirts that say they want it. But
Aren't those shipped to different countries?
Different countries.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of kids walking around wearing. They're probably the same kids wearing Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl T-shirts.
Too soon still.
Not really. 10 years.
Where were you?
I was at my house.
You were at your house. Same.
I was at my house. By myself, me and the dog.
I will admit, I was supposed to be doing church from the couch that day. I was celebrating.
That's the same thing.
It was. I had my hands raised like I was praising Jesus.
Yeah.
I was so excited. Mick,
do you do what I do when I get nervous when I'm watching sporting events? Like if I'm watching my football team in Australia, Collingwood, if the other team has the ball, sometimes I'll just flip channels because it makes me too nervous.
No.
Yeah.
I do not do that.
I actually didn't do that this time. I did close my eyes a few times.
I will say this. I do get up and I will pace around.
Yeah, there was a lot of pacing going on.
I will shift positions in the chair.
Oh no, I don't shift.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I have the recliner up, I may put it down and sit on the edge.
Oh yeah.
I sit back. I do a lot of that. Being in and doing.
Who are you watching it with?
Me, myself, and I.
Probably not a bad.
Yeah. And I will say this. I will admit, I jumped up and down like I was a 5-year-old little boy watching my favorite team win whatever championship it was.
Yeah, the group text that I have with my boys here were very. As soon as the game was over, there was a lot of USA flags, a lot of USA chanting, and then of course it was my good mate's Chris Fortney's birthday party that day. So I met up with him in the afternoon, but I went to Dick's Sporting Goods first, and I bought a USA hockey T-shirt, and I had my USA Ryder Cup hat on that day. And I was probably the only person in there wearing anything American.
Well, you know what, Mick? So congratulations to our men's and women's.
By the way, what a goal that was, too, by the way. The ladies' women's hockey goal was very impressive as well.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. Congratulations to the great state of Michigan. That's right. By the way, Mick, did you know this? Megan Keller is from Farmington Hills, Michigan, my hometown. Do you know where Jack Hughes is from? Canton, Michigan. Not Canton, Georgia, where I'm from now, but Canton, Michigan. Do you know the guys that were on the ice during the gold medal goal?
I knew it. I knew this was coming.
Connor Hellebuck from Commerce. By the way, I belonged to a country club in Commerce, Edgewood Country Club. We called it Wedgewood. It literally was a driver wedge course.
Not the way I'm driving it.
Oh no, you would have had a field day with that golf course.
As bad as I'm driving the ball right now? No.
Dude, I had my buddy Craig Ward, great hockey player in his own mind, and also as a coach, had the patented slap shot. That sucker would lower and rise, and then run down the fairways, and then had like these.
I just had hockey on behind us too on that too.
I know we have hockey on all over the place. So Mick,
yes,
I'm going to say this: Michigan is the greatest hockey state in the entire world.
Slow down. Slow your roll. Slow down.
Did you see the big block M flying
this week
in the banner in the stadium
this week?
You see it right next to that American flag.
What
M.
What was the best thing of the whole thing?
For what do you? Okay, let me ask. Well, for me, as a matter of fact, I'm seeing them. Honestly, seeing Nate and Kale with sad face looks on their face after we won, and holding their silver medals and the stuffed animals. And I love Nate. I worked with Nate. Kale came on at the end of my tenure there. We had just drafted the young man. I love them as Colorado Avalanche. I don't care that they are Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
let me go back to what your question is exactly. What was the most memorable, or
Yes, of the whole, after it was all done, everything, when you finally went, oh, that was cool. And then you switched it off and there was, because I know what mine was.
I'm going to say this. The sense of pride I had in watching those guys come together and play just some amazing hockey. They never allowed a power play goal.
Nope.
I think you are going to mention the save.
No, I'm not going to mention the save. The save was impeccable.
I will just say the way the boys rallied and came together and represented the United States of America, renewed my spirit in our country.
And what did they do to make it even better?
I don't know where you want to go with this.
How about when they brought the kids on the ice?
Johnny Gaudreau. Yeah. I was in tears. I was in tears. Dylan Larkin from Waterford, Michigan. I was, and you know what? I'm going to say this.
That's what the team is all about.
Right? I had a disdain for Matthew Tkachuk from when he played with the Calgary Flames and some of the nonsense and dirty stuff that he did to the boys when I was with the Avalanche. I now love that man. Mm-hmm. I love that team. I love those guys. Brady and Matt Tkachuk. Their father was always a pain in the Red Wing side.
Keith was a player.
Yeah. Him and Hall, and then finally we got Brett Hall over to the Wings and won a cup with Hawley, and Shelley and those guys. I will just say this. Sense of pride. We've got some people out there, Mick, that are confused on what it means to be an American. That's what I'm going to say. And
fact, that's why we'll move on.
I look at a guy like you that is willing to do the things that you do, and I'm actually going to touch on that. I actually have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But we also have some other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we got golf.
We will get to golf. Jacob Bridgman, his first W on the PGA Tour, holds off world number 2 Rory McIlroy.
Yep.
We will get into that. The boys are now headed on the Florida swing. Mick, I'm going to get your thoughts on the bear trap at PGA National.
Yep.
We are going to, what I really want to get is, who do you think that isn't Scotty or Rory is going to be one of the top contenders when we get to Augusta in a month and a half?
Oh, easy question.
It's an easy question.
Think about that one.
Mick, the LPGA Tour is back. The HSBC Women's World in Singapore, kind of known as the Women's Minor Major.
Which course they find out? I can't remember.
I didn't write that one down. You look that up.
I'll go ahead.
One of your former employers is coming out of retirement. We will discuss that. I want to get your thoughts on that. The DP World Tour is heading to South Africa for the South Africa Open. And Mick, we have our picks for the Cognizant Classic.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Michigan lacrosse lost to Army on Saturday.
Michigan lacrosse lost to Army.
Just saying, if you're talking Michigan, how good they are. Chris Forty and John Parler were there, apparently.
No, good.
Just say that.
Well, I'm glad they're watching. Hi, guys.
What was I looking for? The courses.
You were looking for the course where the women are playing the LPGA Tour in Singapore. Mick, you're ready?
I'm ready. I'm rolling.
Let's grip it and rip it. Okie-dokie.
He was a guest.
All right. So let's start out at Riviera, your favorite golf course, as you mentioned last week
garbage.
on the tour.
It's not garbage. It's golf course. It's just not my favorite.
Like we mentioned last week, Jacob Bridgman.
They're playing at Sentosa.
Have you been to Sentosa?
Yes, I have been to Sentosa.
Well, can you hold that one?
It's hot.
It's hot. Okay.
Golf.
Jacob Bridgman holds off Rory McIlroy for during the 100th anniversary of the Genesis Invitational, and your fellow countryman Adam Scott
Played good.
He played some good.
He always plays
He
good.
golfed his ball really well.
Plays very nicely at that golf course.
I'm going to ask you this though.
Yeah.
Do you think it was just nerves for Mr. Bridgman to lose almost that 6-stroke lead?
Oh, yeah. There was nerves, and there's something that didn't happen early, which I think made it easier for him. No one put any pressure on him early. Rory didn't jump out of the gate very quickly, and he did enough to cruise along to win. She made a very nice comeback putt. I think it was on 15 where he missed it, and he made a nice comeback on 15. Might have been 13 or 15, one of those two holes. But he did enough to hang on there. He really did. He played solid, and if you got a 6-stroke lead and shot one over, that no one else really put some pressure on him. So I think that alleviated the pressure on him a little bit, where he could just go for. You didn't have to go for the flags. You didn't have to try to make a lot of birdies. You just fairways and greens in regulation.
And then eventually the nerves start getting there because you start thinking about, this is my first win and what it's going to be like to have
the first one could be the hardest.
My wife is there greenside. We just got married a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just say this though, he played great golf the week before at Pebble. Obviously, we talked about that last week. His snafu, so to speak, that kind of made Colin have to wait. I'm glad to see him rebound. Really happy for the young man. He's playing some really good golf.
He's playing good golf, right? Yeah, definitely 100%.
I don't know if he's going to be happy to go back to Florida at this point.
Yeah, he will be.
I know most of the guys are.
Next week's a signature event.
The API, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Oh yes, Mick's played that course many times.
You like that place?
I never did at first.
What?
I must admit, when I first caddied there, I wasn't too thrilled about the golf course layout, but now I'm a big fan of it.
Any other takeaways from Riv before we start looking at this week's Cognizant Classic?
No, I just think it's Rory playing good again, just getting himself in contention. Once again, Scotty Scheffler got off to a horrific start, 5 over through 9, and then rallied his way back to finish T12. So he's had 2 horrific starts in the last 2 tournaments, and really, really rallied to finish nicely.
So
T12 is not going to be nice for him. He's not going to be happy with T12.
Well, it ends his streak of top 10s. But let me ask you this. Because you said this a couple of weeks ago when we had our buddy Chris Fortney on. You were watching Scotty on the range, live on the range.
Yeah,
and you said something that caught your eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what that was?
Having trouble getting the club down. He was having trouble pulling the club this way down on his downswing.
So what do you think?
He was coming a little over the top.
So do you think that this is kind of becoming a part of what's going on with him, or what do you if you're diagnosing it, because obviously he's got one of the best bagmen.
I don't know what the slow starts are. I mean, it's really weird to say what the slow starts are, because if you're really struggling with something, it doesn't happen for like 9 holes and then you fix it for the next 54 holes. Well, how many holes there are? It's just you don't really fix it that quickly. So I mean, obviously he's got some issue. He's struggling a little bit right now. But if he's struggling a little bit and finishing 4th in T12 and he's struggling, then look out.
I was going to say,
because when things get really, really good, he's going to be really, really good again.
Watch out field,
because he's really good.
Do you think he figures it out now as we head to Florida?
Yes. Because there's one thing about his bagman. His bagman can play golf as well. If you look at Ted Scott's Instagram or his Facebook post, have a look at the swing. Have a look at Teddy's swing, the golf club. It's pretty impressive.
It was funny because you and I were standing with James and Colby over there, and we were just having a little cocktail, a warmer upper before we got going. And you were showing me Teddy's video. There's some really good caddies out there that can play some really good golf.
Oh, damn straight. There's some guys who can play good golf.
I mean, you can move your way around a golf course. I'm
like these boys. Not the way I'm driving right now.
Well, but you're also a few years older than them.
Yes. I couldn't
just a few.
I couldn't drive it straight right now if I tried.
What's going on?
Oh,
have you diagnosed?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what it is. Too steep, coming across the ball, over the top. But I figured it out. I know what to do.
So you've been playing out of the right side of the rough a little bit.
Yeah, and coming in low and sometimes not hitting it really, really good. But I figured it out. I spent some time in the backyard yesterday hitting some.
I don't need to worry. That's what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
It's only a hurdle, not a fence.
Well, I mean, hopefully you stick around for the summer and maybe we'll play some golf together.
That was a little dig. We'll talk about that in a later podcast.
We will discuss that. Okay, moving on. Cognizant. PGA National.
Good golf course. What a crappy field.
Okay. So I didn't know if I wanted to go there first, but since you brought it here, okay.
I don't understand.
It's going to be kind of part of what I want to discuss at the end of this podcast.
Well, let's move on. I'll go back to the end.
No,
see, I don't have notes, so I don't know where you're going. I just happen to chime in.
Well, I gave you a show sheet of what we were going to talk about.
Okay. Let's have a look at your show sheet compared to mine. My notes compared to your show sheet. That's hard to say. It's like trying to say Irish wristwatch.
Here's where because I agree with you, and I have a hard time ever saying that the field isn't good. Okay. But when you look at the top.
I don't think you can see that, but they're my notes. You can't really see it. It's like
it's a text message.
It's like a text message of 10 lines. He's got 27 pages.
I don't have that many. 6 pages. It's more like when you look at the number of guys that are in the top 25 that are playing this week on the World Golf Ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many there are?
No, if I had a quick breeze through the field today, I'd be lucky to say if there was 4.
You are one off, 3. That's when I have a problem.
Me too.
And then I hear
and obviously it used to be the Honda, which is no longer the Honda. So now we have whatever it's called. What's it called?
Cognizant.
The Cognizant. Do you think the people at Cognizant are thrilled that there's only 3 players in the top 25 in the world that are playing? I doubt it.
I don't think they would be happy. And it's a home game because most of these guys live there.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good golf course.
But you're sticking it after back-to-back signature events in between another signature event. But then I hear Brian Rolapp and other figures in the PGA and those of the media ilk talk about scarcity and reducing field sizes and reducing the number of tournaments because we have to make a profit. I'm going to touch on that. What would you do differently to make, let's just, and take out the Cognizant Classic, because this is going to be prevalent a couple weeks from now for the Valspar, which, by the way, is celebrating 25 years and 50 years all at the same time, by the way.
I mean, I remember
Tampa deserves a better tournament than the Valspar.
I get that. But when I was caddying, this tournament had the best players in the world. Tiger played in this tournament.
Yes.
The best players in the world. This is the first time I ever saw Rory McIlroy hit a golf ball. Was at this tournament. Jordan Spieth and these guys. I mean, this was a solid tournament, but scheduling has ruined it because, like you said, you're putting all these other signature events around it, so people have to make their schedule. If I'm going to play 2 signature events, I'm not playing 4 in a row. Most guys don't like playing 4 tournaments in a row. Like they just don't. But so everyone who was there last week and now all of a sudden, no one's going to be there this week, and you got 3 of the top 25 in the world. It's just bad scheduling on a very, very good golf course, by the way. One of my favorites.
It's on my bucket list of one that I would love to play.
Yeah, it's a good golf.
I mean, we're going to talk. I mean, obviously the Bear Trap, probably one of the toughest stretch of 3 holes after you've come off the West Coast. So again, now you're talking about you're playing different grasses. You're back to, I mean, for most of these guys, they're back home finally. And so they're back to familiar turf. But still, you've been gone for over a month and a half. And now you've come back and now and this is the field.
It's bad scheduling.
I mean,
it's a bad field.
And that's the part that it's frustrating.
But someone's gonna win it.
The good news is Brooks returns. Brooks is back.
Yeah, he's playing like the Brooks is today.
So
He's not playing very well at the moment, Brooks.
He's not putting very well.
He shot 3 over today. I did watch him hit one over the green and then hit one into the water and then have to play it out of the water and hit it not very far. It was a rough hole.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a rough hole. But yeah, 3 over for him.
I was listening to some of the broadcast on my way over here, and there's a few guys that were struggling. The balls were starting to find the water quite a bit. The wind is up.
They're scary holes, though. The bear trap is a scary little stretch of holes, I can assure you.
What? Okay, so
very scary.
Do you remember anyone in particular, one of your guys, when you went through that stretch, like just ruining around or made it through and you felt like you won, basically?
Chip Eisenhower, when we finished third there, and he hit it to about 5 feet on 17, and we missed the putt, which was unusual because Chip was a very good putt. Missed that. That felt good coming through there. There was a couple of times coming there once with Greg Owen, and we were in pretty good shape, and 17 kind of tore us down a little bit.
Tore you down?
In the water.
Ooh.
In the water.
Yeah.
But
it's easy to do over there.
I've seen some players do it. But yeah, they're good finishing. 16's a hard hole as well. 16's a brute of a hole. I mean, it's usually a 3-wood off the tee, and then you got a really, really hard second shot to a green that's got a big tear in the middle of it. And, then you got to go 17. Then 18's a great hole. 18's a really, really good golf hole. It's just a great finishing hole. Great risk-reward hole. Yeah, so I'm actually disappointed that it's not a better field because I've been there when the best of the best were playing in that tournament. It was a huge tournament.
I'd love to see that course and that because
someone shot 9 under there today to me, which is amazing.
Yes, went out in the early mornings. The course was gettable this morning. The winds are up now. The problem is I'm watching guys miss 3.5, 4 footers.
I remember being there one year when the 10th hole, which is a par 5, they turned it into a par 4 when I was there, and we played with Jerry Kelly. And Jerry Kelly hit, Jerry Kelly and Vijay Singh. And Jerry Kelly hit, he roasted a drive. We were first off in the morning. It's cold, it's windy, it's whatever. It's just, now it's a 520 or 530 yard par 4. Jerry Kelly roasted a drive down the middle, took a 3-wood, couldn't have hit it any harder if he tried, and was 30 yards short of the green. Woo! So that's when that course was blown. Of course, they turned it into a par 4, which makes no sense. But
right.
But as I've always said, par's just a number. It doesn't matter. It could be a par 3 for you care. It doesn't matter. Whatever score is, the score is a score. But yeah, it was. But the people who used to play in that event, it was big. The crowds were huge. It was one of my favorite events of the year. Especially coming off the West Coast swing, which the West Coast swing was always a bit of a pain. Because when you left Hawaii and then you would get to Palm Springs and, you've got 4 yardage books to change courses and sometimes the weather wasn't great. Then you go Pebble or Torrey. Weather's not great. It's cold. Different golf courses, different yardage books. And you're like, oh, my God, just get me to a place where and then you get to Florida and you're like, oh, thank goodness that West Coast swing's over.
Yeah.
Especially as a cat.
You were happy.
Oh, exceptionally happy.
Well, and plus you were close to home at that point.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was living in Orlando. Yeah, so.
How did Jared do it down there?
He played good on that golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He played good on that
I could see him
He
playing.
played good on that golf course.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
Okay. So we're 6 weeks out from the Masters.
Yes.
Before we give our picks let's do this. Let's give our picks for the Cognizant. I'm kind of torn between a couple of guys. You are going with
Chris Kirk.
By the way,
he's my go-to. Very steady play.
He plays. After you sent me that, I looked up. He plays top 10, top 15 almost every time out on that golf course.
Steady player on that golf course.
I was bouncing between, and I knew you would give me a hard time if I said it. So I looked at Shane Lowry because I hadn't looked at or even but I haven't seen him play it much this year.
Well, you haven't picked him. Pick him much.
I looked at Nikolai and Rasmus Højgaard.
I did the same thing. I went down that path too.
Because both those guys play well. But I settled on Ryan Gerard. And the reason I settled on Ryan Gerard, Mick, for the theme of the podcast, USA, USA, USA.
Is he from Michigan?
No, there's no Michigan guys that ever are on the tour. That is fact.
Playing hockey.
And they're playing hockey, and we're playing baseball, and we're playing football, and like the one guy that literally was number 12 that played for that team that beat the fella.
He's not from Michigan. He went to Michigan.
He went to, and he represents the red, white, blue, and
California
blue.
boy.
He is a California boy.
Not buying
There's
it.
a lot of those guys.
Not buying it.
Okay.
Good try.
Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, 6 weeks from today, you and I are going to be sitting in Augusta, Georgia. Hopefully. Who are we watching and saying they have a shot at winning the tournament, and their name isn't Scotty Scheffler or Rory McIlroy?
Justin Rose.
Not Justin Rose.
100% Justin Rose. That's my boy right there. Love him. He deserves it.
I should have given you a shortcut.
And if it happens, if Justin Rose happens to squeak across and win the Masters, it'll be one of the best stories in golf ever.
I know that is your pick for the Masters.
Ever.
I hope you're right.
Me too.
I really do.
So does Greg Elliott. He had $100.
I really do. That or Adam Scott.
He's already won it once.
I know, but I'd love to see Adam win it again.
Me too, but I want...
maybe a Lucas Glover.
Now you're going to get me in trouble.
I mean...
Now you get me in trouble. You're throwing Adam Scott out there and in front of all my Australian friends. If I say I don't want him to win...
No,
I'm going to get stopped at customs on the way home and they're going to send me back somewhere. I know what you're doing.
There might have been a little reason behind that. No, it's just one of those things. I'm looking at this.
$200.
Yeah, pay up. Come on.
Come on, Adam.
Come on, Adam. You're better than that. Don't be a Matt Kuchar. All right.
He's playing this week.
So you got Rosie.
That's how bad the field is. He's playing this week.
I'm telling you, I think, and I know I've been harping on this on you, and I harped on Fortney a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chris Gotterup is going to be playing some great golf once he gets there. I'm looking forward to that, or even my last pick from last week, Jake Knapp. I think Jake Knapp's going to have a really good Florida swing and be ready to go for.
I'm looking forward to the API. Maybe I'll go down there for it.
What?
No. I could.
You could. Leave me high and dry up here.
Got a place to stay.
Okie dokie. You ready?
Yeah. What have we got now?
We are going to turn our attention to the ladies. The LPGA Asia Minor is what they refer to it in Singapore. The DP World Tour is also heading over to...
Sentosa.
Yes. What do you remember of that golf course?
It's hot.
It's hot. What does that mean?
It's hot there.
It's hot.
It's hot, sweaty, miserable. Good golf course, though. Good finishing holes. Yeah, good golf course. I enjoyed
Good golf.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That was a long time ago.
Do you have any expectations of the ladies in...
Well,
having never
caddied for the ladies at Sentosa, I don't know where their tees are, and I'm sure it's probably a little more generous than some of the men's. But no, I actually very enjoyed it. Singapore is a great place, very expensive place. If you want to drink alcohol, very expensive.
Yeah.
But it is a very good golf course. They play a lot of tournaments here. Men and women both play a lot of tournaments here.
Speaking of a lady that you actually did caddy for 5 tournaments,
1 of 2.
Miss Michelle Wee West.
She's back.
Is back. She has announced.
She's kind of back.
What? She's back. She's out of retirement. She's going to join the WTGL.
Yeah, that's not the women's tour, but it's the indoor thing. So yeah, good. Less walking. No caddies involved. So
no caddies involved.
No good making that.
She can't yell at anybody. Her dad can't ask you why.
Oh no, her mum and dad will probably be there.
Maybe he'll ask you.
Making sure the screen's not messed up, and
right,
making sure everything's calibrated.
Why did she pull the
The iron, yeah, 4-iron.
Yeah. She can't hit that shot, Mick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Would have been helpful.
Would have been.
DP boys are down in South Africa.
Yep.
Any expectations from the boys down in South Africa?
I haven't looked at the field this week. I really haven't had a quick look at the field this week. I was too busy looking at players that I thought had retired that were playing this week on the PGA Tour.
Oh,
look at he still plays. Oh, he still plays. That's how bad. That's how
bad the field is.
Deep the field is. I was waiting for a phone call. I thought I might get it.
I think if you would have been in the parking lot, you probably could have gotten yourself a job this week.
Yeah, probably. Don't want to do that.
No?
Unless I'm in a cart.
Well, we have an opportunity. The Mitsubishi Electric Classic here at TPC Sugarloaf at the end of April.
Hardest course I've ever walked. I've mentioned that before. Ever.
Our
hard walk.
Our guy.
He has a caddy.
Well, I know he has a caddy, but you could link up and find another gig there.
I've had a couple chances there, and who called me a few years ago? Bob Tway called me.
Oh.
No, not Bob Tway. Larry Mize. Larry Mize called me about 4 or 5 years ago and asked me if I would caddy for him, but I couldn't. I was working at the time, so.
You couldn't do it?
No, I couldn't.
That would have been fun.
He's a good man.
He's a great man.
Larry's a good man.
I would have loved it.
I think I told you the story about the 3 eagles in a practice round.
Yeah. Well, I asked you just a couple weeks ago, have you ever seen 3 eagles in a round? And you told that story.
No, 3 eagles in a row.
Oh, in a row.
In a row. In a practice round, 3 guys had it. They all hold out from the fairway. Practice round, Greensboro.
Wow.
Might have been the first hole or second hole. There was Larry Mize, Darren Stiles, Anthony Painter. This was 2002. Anthony Painter was one, and I'm trying to think of the third one. And the fourth one, and I can't remember who it was, but it was a practice round, and we had 110 yards in. My guy had gone for the green in 2 on the practice round. There was 4 of us playing, and he hit at front edge. Darren Stiles had 110 yards from the rough, hooped it, and I can't remember who the other one was. I want to say David Peoples, but I think I'm wrong with that. He had about 109, 1 bounce, hooped it, went in. Larry Mize had about 85 yards, and we're standing there, and I was like, there's no way, he's going to make this. And he hooped it. He 1 bounced it in the hole. So the 3 of them made eagles from the fairway. And Larry Mize was running around like he'd beaten Greg Norman again. Seriously, he was like running. If you ever get a chance to meet Larry Mize, he will tell you this story. Because every time I see him, he looks at me and goes, 3 eagles. I remember. And my boy had like a putt for eagle to make the 4th. He didn't come close.
Didn't even come close.
Dud. Anthony Painter, you're a dud.
Oh! Why you got to do Anthony like that?
He's a good man.
He is a good man.
He had a putt for the 4th.
Could have made it 4 for 4.
And I know there is a photo of it there somewhere, and I will find it, and I will get it, but there is a photo of the 3 golf balls in the hole. I will find it.
Well, that would be funny. No, the reason I brought up the DP guys, South Africa Tour, the Open, is one of the qualifiers for the Masters. Obviously, Patrick Reed is headlines, the boys down there. But let me ask you this, Mick. Outside of Patrick Reed, who already has a qualifier to be in the Masters, on the DP World Tour, you're caddying for who? And if you're coming down 18 with a chance to win the tournament, how tougher does it get? Knowing that not only is the tournament on the line, an invite to the Masters is on the line.
Well, as much as I want to say it's not going to make a difference because all you're trying to do is win a golf tournament, I'm not in his head.
Right.
But I'm trying to get into his head by, hey, let's just focus on this. Everything else after that is just gravy. Everything after that is just gravy.
So,
let's just focus. Let's finish what we're doing here. Let's make sure we finish this. Let's do this, and we go there. I just had the ugliest server give us. I just had the ugliest server at Twin Peaks ever give me a beer.
We're good. James is just joining us.
I know.
He's not the ugliest server. He looks great over there. Look at that. I mean,
I don't want to see him in a skirt.
I don't either.
But he bought me a beer because mine's empty while yours is still full.
Right. We're sponsored today. Team USA. See right there. Team USA. Yeah, I think, and I heard an interview with Jacob Bridgman talking about what his mindset was as he was going through that last putt on 18 there to clinch his win, and he said, I felt like I was doing everything, but I felt like I was going intentionally even slower and slower and slower. And then when he watched the actual video, he goes, man, it was exactly like it was. And he goes, the muscle memory is so in sync with
there are times, and I remember when I was caddy for Greg and we were doing really well at Greensboro one time, and I was like, he shot a beautiful front nine. I might have shot 29 on the front or something, really in the tournament. But now he's like getting quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. And I'm like, mate, do I slow him down or do I like, hey, Greg, just slow down a bit? He goes, it's your job right now to keep me relaxed. I'm like, good, then relax. Come back here, let's talk. Let's chill.
Yeah.
Let's just try to move on for the next shot that we have to hit, and go from there. It's just so you try to calm players down. You try to keep them relaxed. You know, some guys just they want to get on with it. I mean, but when you're trying to win your first event, I think that's always the hardest, and there's no doubt.
Oh, it's got to. I mean, it's got to be one of those things where you're sitting there and because it's in the back of my, especially if you have any delay and any wait. If you can hit your ball and you don't have to go fishing for it over in the rough, or unfortunately you blocked one right, or you ducky hooky it a little bit left, you just playing your ball from the middle of the fairway. You got an open shot into the green for your second.
Let me tell you the things that really can hurt golfers when they're in a chance to win is if there's a rain delay.
Ooh,
then you got too much time to think.
Yes,
because then you're like, what do I do now? Never been in this position before. Let me go get a bite to eat, sit down. It could be a 2-hour rain delay. Everybody's having a good time, and you're just looking at the leaderboard like, well, I'm leading, or I'm one off the lead, and there's 4 or 5 holes to go. You talk about pressure when you come out after a rain delay. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of those things that having a good caddy, like I have over here, helps you when you get down the stretch.
Well, unfortunately, those days it was because we're not allowed in the locker room. So he's by himself. So now his mind plays tricks. His mind's he's trying to eat. He's trying to think about what he's going to do. Should I go out there and hit some as soon as the range starts? And here's the thing: it's like the ranges. Obviously, some of them aren't huge. So I'm like, all right, phone call. Okay, we're ready to go. Okay, we're ready to go. I'm going to the range. I'm getting my stuff set up so that way my boys. He's on the right side of the range where he wants to be. If he wants to be on the left side of the range, the right side of the range, I'm out there. I've got his golf balls ready. We're ready to go, so he can come out. We can start.
Yeah.
And we're not going, oh, geez, look at me. I was too slow getting out of here. Now there's no spots, and now my boy has to wait again. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm great.
Okay. I said in our notes I was going to sound off.
Understanding.
And it kind of stems from what we were talking about earlier. You asked me, one of the things I took back, the sense of pride in our country.
Mm-hmm.
Mick, and I want to clarify and specify this for our listening audience. These are my opinions and not Mick's. He has no idea what I'm about to say.
Never do.
It just got to me over watching the Olympics and hearing some things. And I think this is a little bit of a problem with social media these days. But I gotta say something, and I want to say it this way. And I'm looking at all of you out there that want to get in front of a international microphone and say that you are embarrassed to represent the country that you are from. I look at a man that I'm sitting next to that is willing to scrape every last penny he has to become a citizen of the United States of America, and to watch a despicable, privileged, egotistical, snot-nosed brat tell the world that he's embarrassed to wear the red, white, and blue is disgusting. Let me be very clear. My father, my father-in-law, my uncle, my cousins, men and women that have served this country to give your snot-nosed brat blank an opportunity to be paid by the United States of America, or, by the way, Elaine, the country of the Republic of China, millions of dollars to after your parents, oh, by the way, ran away from that country, that communist country, to give your chance a break to live in the best country in America, in my opinion. I get sick and tired, Mick, of looking at these snot-nosed brats crying on social media after the backlash comes. And this is I know you're going to ask me the great question, because you do ask these great questions. DA, how does this tie back to golf? This, Mick, is a microcosm of what's happening with the PGA Tour right now. We have a bunch of snot-nosed brats making millions of dollars, getting to play a game of golf that you and I would die and give our left arms for to play every single day and be paid for. Mm-hmm. And we've got a now for-profit entity of billionaires and millionaires that are crying that we have to reduce the schedule. It's too expensive to go to Hawaii or to some of these smaller markets because we have to generate a profit. Well, gentlemen, let me give you something really clear. These smaller cities, these 3 million plus fans that work week to week to earn our paychecks, to run out to the golf courses, to go buy the newest equipment, to get the latest golf ball that you're pimping and pushing every single week so you can go play for millions of dollars, is something that we don't want you to screw up. Brian, if you're listening, don't screw it up. Thanks for joining us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, let us know how we're doing. We love to hear from you. You can find your Tales from the Tips wherever you find your favorite podcast: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and of course now on iHeart Podcasts. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Hit the like, plus button, subscribe, enjoy. Mick, you can find us on all the socials: Instagram, X, and your favorite? TikTok. Mick's favorite, TikTok. By the way, you have a lot of Australian followers on the TikTok out of Australia. And you can always catch us on Twitch. Thanks to those that are, I think, texting you while we're on this podcast right now.
There's a couple.
Mick?
Sure.
Any plans for golf this weekend?
Maybe Sunday.
It's supposed to be 70s.
Maybe Sunday. I got to get my driver back in order. Played a little golf on Sunday. Yeah, we had a few drinks. I took on Greg in 2 games, in a skins game and a match play game.
How'd you do?
I won them both.
Okay. He's undefeated, ladies and gentlemen.
Last year and this year.
Keep him straight. Keep him short. Score low. Thanks for tuning up with us on Tales from Tips. We'll see you next time.